Hi there, my name is Renuka and welcome to my channel. And today I'm showcasing SSS March kit, and it is quite a Easter theme kit, and we'll make some cards today. These are very simple cards, you can say that very beginner cards. And I'm using here pattern paper. I use the SSS scallops, stitch, straight dies, and cut out some pattern papers stripes from them, and then I'm just planning to attach them by layering it. So here's the trick: you don't have to put the big paper inside. You can just make small pieces, long pieces with that, and you can stick them. And basically you will not making layers here, but still you will get a smooth effect cause I'm planning to attach a fun foam behind it. So for this also I'm just cut out the long stripes. Now there is one pattern paper with this kind of 3 chicks there. Those are so cute, so I decided to put those on the paper. I'm using here yellow card base. It is not came in a kit, I think it's my. And then I'm just trimming off here excess. I'm using ATG glue gun for adhering all these pattern papers, and I will use the fun foam. Unfortunately I don't have that one side backing fun foam which have the sticky sides, so I'm using here Tombow mono glue to attach it. But I love that stuff, and it is that one is from Darcy. I don't know, this time I just kind of misplaced something or misordered something, so I didn't get that. And now I'm just trimming the excess, and in this way you can use the scrap of your papers, the remaining of your kit, and you can get more out of your kit. Then I'm putting a little bit more glue and then just placing everything in a place and kind of making it straight, and just trimming a little bit. And then I already stamped and this image of chick and one cool chick sentiment from the stamp sets, and I heat emboss them with the white Hero Art fine detail embossing powder. Now here I'm kind of struggling with getting the straight lines, so I trim off more than what I need. And then I just decided to put this white chick there, and with its small cute sunglasses. So I'm using here abundant, it's a kind of lemonade yellow ink, and I'm putting that same ink on that small birdie as well as on my sentiment. Then I'm using the black gel pen to just reinforce and emboss things are like white one, so I just want to get a black eyes. Although I cover that up because I don't know what I'm doing at that point, so I'm just adding little bit of Zeke color marks, pink color to that chick. And then I put that banner also. I'll trim off the excess, and first of all I thought it should be off on her head, Birdie's head. Then I decided no, it's really looking more cool than on the eyes. So in this way we complete this card. And for the last detail I'm adding glossy accent to those sunglasses. Now these are the pattern papers came in a kit, and I'm using SSS stitch rectangle, I think the third largest from the stitch rectangle die. And I will cut out some frames, and then I will get these things. And now I'm get these small panels. I will adhere those small panels on the rough paper. And this kit also came with this new mousse, and it is kind of fine moushy paste. You can use like the embossing paste here. I'm using the same thing. I'm using that in embossing paste type. And I have this knife which came in a kit. If you don't have this, you can use the embossing paste by adding the color to it. You can use the distress inks also, but this stuff is really nice. I don't have that before, but it's really nice and shimmery. Then I decided to add two-tone color here for this one. So I didn't wash the stencil here, and I directly add the silver on that. And but if you don't want that mix kind of look, then you can you must wash your stencil each time. Then for the I'm just adding little bit of that paste on the embossed white sentiment. Here I'm using the third color, and after that I will wash all the stuff and put those aside for drying, because this take little bit more time for drying, and you can easily mess up with them, so it's better to put them drying. You can air dye them by using your heat gun, but I just prefer to put them aside and use them afterwards. So we have these small frames, and I'll cut out those frames from those cardstocks, and you can use that frames very uniquely. So you can stack them together a little bit like this and put them on the cardstock, and you will see that what I'm talking. So for this card, next card, I'm just putting this pattern paper on it, and that frame, and the Nuvo a stencil egg pattern there what we made before, and it kind of fit like a puzzle piece. So I just want to add little bit of more fun to it, so I add fun foam, and then I decided to add a volume sentiment to it. So it's like you are kind of good egg sentiment, something like that. And then I cut out 1 inch from the volume paper, put that in my misty, because most of the times I mess with that because I didn't get a good impression on volume. So sometimes you need to stamp it twice, so it will get more darker and nice. And just wait for a while that it will dry, because most of the times I mess with my sentiments because I just in hurry. So then I'll just trim off the excess and fold that behind the panel just like that, and I'll secure that with the scotch tape and adhere whole small panel to the main card base. Now for the next card, there is this pattern paper which came said that this bunny Easter, the bunny Easter. So I just decided to cut apart that sentiment and make these kind of banners. So there is one option, you can use that gray base. Now the second option, you can use the yellow base, and just to give a more enhanced look to those blacks, I decided to use those same gray color cardstock to little bit giving kind of border to it. So I'm just giving little bit border. I'm not measuring anything, I'm just placing the banners on it, and I will trim off the required paper, and then I'll just snip off with the scissors. This scissors is really nice and sharp, and small scissors will do nice fishtail banners. And then I'll just put those 3 banners on that gray cardstock. You can use here fun foam to raise all the things. I just want to raise the banners, so I'm using here foam tape to raise those banners. Now again, you can put these banners in many ways, like vertical, horizontal. So I'm using this bunny here, so you can put this banner something like this, or you can put all banners upside and the bunny on this side. And somehow I like the landscape design more, so I decided to put that way. And this time there's too much happening there, so I don't want to color those bunny, and I just put that really little simple. And it just matters, so I just want to add a little bit extra. So I use those eggs which I already heat emboss with the white embossing powder, and using some embossing ink. I choose color from those background and those letters, and then I'm just using the water brush to color the whole thing. This is the easiest and simplest way to use your distress inks for colors. And then I'm kind of sticking these eggs behind that bunny, as it is adhere on the foam tape, so it's really easy to add that. Now I think this time this card is finished, so I just want to add little bit extra inside. So I just go ahead and add little off-white paper inside and put one bunny inside, because it is a little bit difficult to write on a dark color cardstock, although it will look nice if you write in a white pen, but it's not needed that everyone has that white pen, so I choose. Now this kit also came with this small mini mister. I already have some mini misters with me, so I decided to make 3 color all the 3 colors spray from it, like the pink, the peach one, the pink one, the silver one, and the aqua one. I just put little bit of water in mini mister, put little bit of Nuvo in there, Nuvo mousse, and just shake that whole thing. So I have this 3 mousse. In one golden mister I have it pearlescent pigment color. So just put that in any box and spritz little bits of there, and now you can see, you can just heat dry that or put aside for overnight and it will dry properly. So now you can see that that aqua color is really shining there. And after drying all this stuff, I just use those small frames which I already die cut out before and put those little bit wonky on the front of the card base, and then I will add that gray panel on it. Now at this moment this card is like, I really love the way it came out, so I decided not to add anything, but I'll give you the option. You can add this bunny here, you can add sentiment here, but I didn't use anything because I thought it's look really nice, and you can give a blank card and you can write anything else inside. So just for enhancing little bit, I'm using these Nuvo drops. I'm using Morning Dew, Ruby Crystal, and one the yellow color, and these really come out really nice. The colors like a puffy and fluff, and it looks really nice. So this is really simple and nice card. Now again, the way of using stencil, I just put these 4 colors on one watercolor paper. It's a Bristol White Smooth colors cardstock, and then I put the stencil, and now I'm using the sponge dauber and using the color box golden pigment ink, and I'm pushing those pigment inside those stencils very carefully, and I just make sure that every bit of it get colored. And so I'm going sometimes twice or thrice, and you will get a really nice gold shiny effect afterwards. This is the another way of using your stencil. Although you can use your VersaFine ink and on the stencil, and you can heat emboss that with a gold embossing powder also. So afterwards I just use MFT's 27 die to cut out that scallop frame, and that I put the excess of that frame inside the cardstock, and I will put this frame on the cardstock, and it is like kind of matching to that red one. And then I just decided to, you can just put here bunny and it will also look nice, but I just decided to add little bit of more gold here. So I will attach that golden paper behind that panel what we created, and then I just add little bit of more DCW golden embossing thread to it, and I'm just wrapping it. If you watch my channel then you know that how I love the way it looks, so I use most of the times. And then I'm just adding little bit of liquid glue behind it to just secure it properly. And then I decided that I will not add any sentiment at this moment, but somehow I feel something is missing, so I again go ahead and put the sentiment on this Prima's golden vellum paper, and I'm using this sentiment which came from Simon's special edition kit, Love Forever, and well, there are beautiful handwritten sentiments there, and I just put one sentiment and use the black ink. And here's the thing, I'm just pulling off and ripping off that front panel there, and I will use the Memento black ink to stamp these. And after stamping the sentiment, I'll just cut out the required shape and then adhere it with the scotch tape and put this panel on the front again. And again, for just a little bit more embellishing, I'm adding the yellow Nuvo drops and little bit of ruby red Nuvo drops here. So I hope you kind of enjoying today's project, getting some inspirations here. And if you like these projects, you can subscribe to my channel to watch more such a fun cards. And soon I will come with another project with you. You can follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, on my blog too. And until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye.